What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. And I'm excited to have you here because I got a cool training for you. Sorry, there's just always stuff happening in the background. I've got a great training for you tonight. I'm excited to have you here. We have a cool giveaway that we are doing. And yeah, I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to jump into it. So everybody's piling in the room right now. You should be able to see my welcome screen. So we'll go through, just kind of the normal intro, because we have lots of new people that come here every single week. And it's important that they know all of the details before we get started. So first things first. Right here at the tippy top says claim your free Shopify store build. This is a partnership promotion I'm doing with Shopify. I'm very excited about it because I have a software that we built that kind of uses an AI to build a store for you using our dropshipping template. It puts banners on there, preloads it with products, and it really gets you set up to get started. So if you don't yet have a Shopify store up and running, then I highly suggest you go to profitph.com/free store and you take advantage of it while it's still free. Okay. It takes you about, I don't know, on the fast end, 12 minutes. If you're really slow, maybe 30 minutes to get it done. All right, just ask you for a couple of details. Our recommended vendors. We got Pillar Profits, Shine On, Zendrop, and CJ Dropshipping. They are the top 4. So these are the ones I use. There are other great vendors out there, but I only recommend ones that I personally, research and use myself. So Pillar Profits is great for print on demand, all sorts of products, t-shirts, tote bags, custom shoes, yoga pants, all that good stuff. Shine On is a jewelry app. So like for Father's Day, for example, that we just passed, they probably had a big spike in sales because they do custom watches and bracelets and necklaces that you can personalize to say like best dad, #1 dad, so on and so forth. And it was my first Father's Day this year too. So thank you all for wishing me a happy Father's Day on Sunday. And I hope that everyone else out there had a great Father's Day as well. Zendrop is a great replacement to AliExpress. It's a US-based company. They have US-based suppliers and manufacturing. And they also have access to vendors in China. So you get the best of both worlds. And then CJ Dropshipping is a great vendor that it just is massive, and you can do a lot of great research on their platform. Okay. Also, if you are new to the Profit Power Hour, you all have access to the Access Adrian members area. Okay. So if you go to the Access Adrian members area, let me just pop over there really quick. 1 second. See if I can pull it up. Here we go. Okay, so if you have access to this, it's free. You can go into your Profit Power Hour members area, hit access now, and boom. You can look at all of our webinar replays, at least the ones that we post up to last week, June 12th. And we have some really cool, really cool replays and training here from this year that you can check out. Now, last week, if you go back and watch, well, basically the last 2 weeks replays, I've been showing y'all this really amazing market research app that I've built, and it is called Signal Boost. Now, Signal Boost is in beta. I'm the only one that has used it. I built it for me, and we're taking in some beta testers. No, this is not a sales pitch. There's not a buy link. It's not for sale. There's not even a price. And you will notice if you watched last week's webinar, our UI has changed because we've created um, a cleaner interface. And I'm not going to spend this webinar necessarily talking about the software. We've done 2 webinars talking about it, and how to find and do product research. And you've benefited greatly from watching me use this app because you all have discovered products that are trending right now and selling right now from this app for free just by watching me showcase it. So it's been a big win-win. The thing is, the last 2 weeks, last week, for example, I gave away a link that you can go to enter as a potential beta tester. And I said this week we would select 10 random people that entered to get completely free access to this app in its current state as beta testers in exchange for feedback, and suggestions and bug errors, because like right now I just logged into it and I know that Tisha, our developer, she's making some updates right now. So the ad section where it spies on TikTok ads, none of the ads are showing. It's just it shows like the text, but it's not showing anything else because she's currently running through an update. So, if that happens, you'll see things break because oftentimes we're making them better, and sometimes something breaks, we got to go back to fix it. But all in all, we can find trending products, trending ads. I'm sorry, we could find winning products. These are products which we can see are winning on platforms like Shopify. You can research ads. You can research what's trending right now, and seeing an uptick in sales up to 35% more sales this month over last month. You can research things on Amazon. So you could come over here and type in, I don't know, like pet food. And it'll go out and it'll find all the top selling keywords on Amazon that people are searching for. It'll also pull back the top products. And sometimes it could take a minute or 2 to load it. We're working on making this much faster, and a seasonality indicator. And then you're able to save everything, and you can organize it into really cool folders that you can then share with your virtual assistants. So they can see different shirt companies, pain relief products, baseball products, so on and so forth. So it's a really cool software. And as I explained last week, I pay over $1,000 a month for various different softwares so I could achieve everything this one software does. Product research and good tools that do product research are worth a lot of money, and they save a lot of time. And if used right, you can use these to find products that could be very successful products, and obviously well worth $1,000 a month that I pay. However, some of the softwares I use, it just sucks because I'm logging into software number 1, then I'm logging into software number 2, logging into software number 3, then I got to get all my virtual assistants logins, and then it gets messy. So I was like, why don't I just build a platform myself and have everything that my team needs in one place? And that's what we've done over the last 7-8 months or so. Okay. And then I thought to myself, well, if I could use this, what if we create a way to allow users to sign up? It's very expensive to host the software, to build it, maintain it. So maybe if I offered this to my student base, my follower base, enough people would be interested in buying it and saving boatloads of money on other softwares that it would basically just kind of pay to sustain itself. And maybe there's some profit built into that for me too, which would be fun, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That would be the ultimate win-win-win situation. But ultimately, I built this for me. Okay, so we're going to give this away to 10 people tonight that registered last week, as beta testers. Now, if we see that you're not using it and we see that you're not reporting bugs to us, well, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to kick you out. I'm going to let another beta tester in, because ultimately the goal here is to get feedback. And if I just give it to you for free and you go use it, but you never report any feedback to us or whatever, well, that's kind of pointless. I would have rather just, given it to somebody else that would work with us and share information with us. I just realized I forgot to turn my camera on. Hold on a second. I think we are, we good? Yes? Okay, cool. Yeah, camera's on. Awesome. All right, I just forgot. All right. So at the end of the webinar, I'm going to announce the 10 random winners. It was randomized. And so there are no favorites played or anything like that. And I already have the list of winners in one of the tabs up here. So that's that. What I want to do tonight is at the end of the webinar, I am going to announce those 10 people. When I announce your name, within the next week, we will have you set up. I got to talk to Tisha. I got to give her your email address. We got to set your accounts up. It's all manual because it's not currently built to sell. It's not currently built to add additional users. So she's adding that functionality in and everything. So we're going to be doing that. But what I'm going to be doing, aside from that, is going to be showing us a massive list of potentially profitable passions we can sell in. Okay. So tonight, what I'm going to do, if you go to our Facebook group, and just tell everybody to pop into our Profit Power Hour Facebook group. That's our banner right here. We're going to be giving away or sharing a way to find a huge list of potentially profitable passions. And the reason that I always say potentially profitable is because I don't know what the heck you gonna do. All right, I have no clue what you're gonna do, so I'm not gonna say, oh, these are profitable. That would be implying that you're going to go out and make all this money. I'm just showing you that these are potentially profitable passions. Many people are profiting in that they have a lot of potential for you as well. And we're going to kind of discuss like what the audience base looks like, a strategy for, going through this list and the different types of products that you could sell. So how many of you in here are excited about that? Just go ahead and say me, say yes, let's go. I'm ready. And let's start popping this off. Now, I just realized I don't have my iPad hooked up. So let me just, and we have 10% battery remaining too, which is also really great. Give me just a second. I'm gonna just get my cord from behind me. Oh, we've got cables and cords and just a cable hanging out now. My cable drawer. All right, I'm gonna hook my iPad up. We're gonna go through this list and we're gonna talk about what products sell and what are some of the great niches that you could be selling in right here, right now. And then at the end of the webinar, we're gonna be giving away 10 free beta slots to my software. And yeah, then in the future, I will sell it. It will be for sale. So, if you don't win a beta slot tonight, then A, we'll probably open up more beta slots in the future. B, we will be selling it in the future. It will be available for purchase. And C, if you're in my Profit Power Hour, you'll get a huge, 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 huge discount on it, on the public pricing from, the moment we release it. You'll get access to a big discount. But I don't know, I don't even know when that will be. Right now, I'm in the perfect it phase. All right, is everybody with me on this? Just say yes. Yes? Okay, awesome. So let me get my white pad up. Should be pulled up now. Let's see. Come on. Let's do quit. I'll open it back up. There we go. Please recognize my iPad. Of course it didn't. You know, it's the craziest thing. When I plug in my iPad, sometimes it recognizes it, sometimes it does not. And currently, like the new Apple software, the new whatever iOS, it kind of makes you like hit allow to, but then this notification comes up and then it vanishes. So I can't even hit allow, so I have to catch it. Hold on a sec. I mean, I have to do this because there we go. I'm streaming live, so I can't necessarily pause to do this. Hold on. There we go. Okay, cool. Got it. You think Apple would make things easier, but instead they tend to make things more complicated. All right. So we went over the last week, the different success clues. Not going to go over this again. We did it. I went over this last week and the week before. So you can go back and you can watch, the different trainings that we did on this. And we talked a lot about hot products, hot audiences, and hot ads. And many of you in here started asking me, Adrian, like what niches should we be advertising? I mean, yes, we know that we can find hot products. We know that we can find hot audiences, and we know that we can find hot ads. Now, I've always said you really should ask yourself, what is the season currently? Is it spring? Is it summer? Is it fall? Is it winter? That generally is going to tell you what products and niches are popping off. But there are also evergreen products and evergreen niches that just simply always perform nicely. And what I want to do is I want to go over a huge list of these with you and kind of show you how to figure things out. But first, I want to give you an idea of what I do with these things. Now, I'm just gonna maybe, instead of opening up a new window right here. Boom. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about niche expansion and product expansion, because oftentimes people find a niche and a product and then they don't know how to scale. All right. So I want to talk about here. I'm talking about niche plus product expansion. Now, expansion means going from sales like this, where you generally, well, let's just, here, this new window here. Can everybody see this, by the way? Yes? Okay. So most of the time people have a new niche and a new product in that niche, and they start an ad. And what happens is, if it's a hitter, well, generally speaking, what happens is, just on a scale of sales, this is kind of what it looks like if you find a winner. Okay, so I guess this would be just over time, and this would be down here. Let's just say sales volume on the side. Okay, now generally we start at 0 and we kind of putter. Okay, we kind of putter as we figure out what's working. I'll zoom in more. Okay, we putter as we figure out what's working. Then we find a winner and it just goes up, right? But then once we find a winner, that winner starts to stagnate a little bit and it gradually starts going down. There's always a big spike with the new winner. gradually goes down. And eventually it starts going into the negative. So we'll go back to this. All right. And this is how things happen with a new niche and a new product. And we could just say one new niche, one new product. Okay. Makes sense? All right. So you start out like kind of negative because you're trying to figure out, okay, what's working, what ads work, what audiences work, what hooks work, yada yada yada. And you find the big hitter and things just start to skyrocket upward, right? But then you end up inevitably hitting this plateau with that one product, right? Where you've peaked and you're not really selling a lot more of it. It's nice, it's great. Maybe you're rolling in the dough for a bit, but eventually it starts to fizzle down, and it can fizzle back down to zero. And that could be from, audience exhaustion, okay? And it could be from, well, I'll write them down. These things could happen from audience exhaustion. I don't know if I spelled exhaustion right. I'm not very smart. It could be from ad fatigue. Ad fatigue means that the ad that you're using has been seen so many times, people kind of become what's called banner blind to it. Okay, they kind of become banner blind. So you got audience exhaustion, ad fatigue, and you also have product variant fatigue. Now, I say variant. A variant could be the style of the product, the color of the product, the print of the product. So you can oftentimes take a product and reinvigorate your sales just by introducing a new variant. So for example, I was just looking at protein bars earlier because I'm just, y'all know I'm big into lifting, and I eat these. Let me see if I can. There we go. These bucked up protein bars, and I buy them all the time. But I've been getting really tired of the chocolate cookie ones, and I don't really like any of the other little flavors that they have. And what happened is they introduced a new flavor, right? And immediately it got me back there to buy more because I wanted to try the new flavor. And so when you have product variant fatigue on some different types of products, you add in a different variant, and it brings in a new audience, it reinvigorates an old audience, and can increase your sales. Now, this is more technical. That's going to happen after you've already had a big win. That's how you're trying to figure out what the hell do you do right here. When things start going downward and you're like, okay, wait, hold on, I can see that things are going down. You have to have basically a plan to expand and scale, okay? So when you start noticing that dip, and let's just say that dip is trending downward, all right? That's where that blue arrow is. You start noticing that dip, you have to know, like I said, and pardon my language, what the hell to do, all right? Because that's what you're gonna be saying, is you're gonna be at your desk and you're going to be looking at a campaign that was once profitable, and you'll be like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? It's just going down every day. It's getting worse. How do I get it back up? What's going on here? All right. So it's usually one of these three things: audience exhaustion, ad fatigue, product variant fatigue. Now, one of my favorite things to sell and start selling, and it still works right now to this day, is t-shirts and hoodies. It's just incredible, y'all. It's incredible how well t-shirts and hoodies sell. It's just crazy. And I know that a lot of people say, you know, t-shirts and hoodies and even like to the coffee mug niche, which is really big, that they're saturated, they don't work anymore. There's tons of people that sell t-shirts and all these things. Um, but the reason that there are so many people that sell these things is because so many people are buying them, right? All of these companies wouldn't be selling all of this stuff if there wasn't, there weren't buyers out there that were consistently buying these products. So I love t-shirts and mugs and hoodies, the basics, when it comes to some of these evergreen niches. And one of the things that I can do in this area right here, and this is what I love about this area right here. This is my version of a heart, which obviously sucks really bad. But what I love about this area here is with an evergreen niche, you can easily implement product expansion. And you can also start doing niche expansion too. If you find a template that works, you can add it to multiple niches, or you can expand to multiple products. So instead of that plummet right there that you see, with you, when you have a plan to expand, you do like what I'm about to tell you how to do, what's going to happen is these sales are more likely, your overall gross sales are more likely to actually pick back up and go upward. Okay, that is if you're using the plan to expand and scale. All right, your sales are more likely to go up. Does that make sense? How do you do this? I'm going to go over how it's done. We're going to talk about some niches and some audiences. All right, so and I'm going to show you some examples. I love selling t-shirts. They're easy to get people to buy. It's a low barrier to entry. So let's just say that our niche here is the, let's just say the family niche. All right, so family. Or you know what, let's just go even more niche. We could say grandparents niche, okay? And let's just say that our one product is a t-shirt. Okay, so a t-shirt. And here we're gonna have a funny saying, okay? And let's just say that this t-shirt here is producing sales, okay? Producing sales, all right, great. We could also just have a, or image, all right. So in the grandparent niche, this product right here is producing sales. And I'm not making this up because I've actually done this a gazillion times over and over and over in this niche actually, okay? But we're starting after this uptick to see this dip. We're starting to see this dip go downward, all right? And we know that this is proven because we had a big spike in sales. But, all the grandparents have seen this shirt. We've sold a lot of these shirts. What do? Well, most people say, oh, well, go create a whole new design, go create a whole new t-shirt, go create a whole new, like from scratch. But with product expansion, what we can do is we can scale sideways, and we could scale this. And what I started doing is to scaling this to tote bags. I remember when me and Adam did this. He's the owner of Pillow Profits. We expanded actually to pillows first and then to tote bags. So we expanded that same saying over to a new product. And the new product was pillows, pillows. And the same saying we put here, funny saying number one. All right, and this product here started producing sales. Here's what happened. Our sales started going back up, right? Okay. Then once this one eventually started to see where it plateaued, we had scaled it and was plateauing a little bit and maybe trending downward a little bit. What we did is really, oh, we can also sell tote bags. That's an awful tote bag. It looks more like a basket. But we started selling these linen totes, okay? And guess what these linen tote bags did? With the same exact saying, y'all, the same exact saying, they started making money for us. Or it could be a saying or an image, right? And then once we started doing tote bags, y'all, and the tote bags worked, we then started selling. I'm going to try to draw this. I don't know if I can. Just going to maybe do a this is really bad. What these are, what I'm attempting to draw here is it's just the worst image in the world. I don't know what I'm doing here. Leggings. Okay. And the saying would go down the leg. I know this is an awful image, but it's yoga pants. Okay. And guess what it started doing? It started making money. All right. And then leggings started to kind of, peak. And what did we do? Well, we expanded again to a different product. And this different product that we expanded to was shoes. Let's just do some laces, sole, there we go. And then we had saying or image number one. So we were doing custom shoes. And guess what these did, y'all? Can you guess? They made me a bunch of money. Tons of shoes. All right. So this is called product expansion. And what it does is it prevents an inevitable downfall if you're just marketing one product, even in a evergreen niche. Okay. And so in the grandparent niche, this could keep going and going and going. I mean, from t-shirts to hoodies, the pillows to linen tote bags, so on and so forth. If you just log in to say Pillow Profits, that's where I started. There's a gazillion things. There's furniture covers, there's windshield covers, there's Bluetooth speakers. All right, print on demand products that are crushing. Okay, so this would be how you could scale to different products and expand to different products. Now, niche expansion would be taking the same saying for these products. Let's just say that, what we've said for grandparents, we can kind of finesse it and we can kind of scale it to the proud dad niche. All right, what we do here is we take what's above and we barely change it. So the sayings that we have for grandparents, we kind of change it to be dad, we can change it to be mom, all right, so on and so forth. But what we do is we take it and we run with it. Same product, all right, same way. Does that make sense? All right, So we expand, all right? So we expand micro niches basically from grandparents to parents to aunts to uncles, so on and so forth. Let me show you a quick example of this. Okie dokie. Un momento. So if I just come over here to Google Shopping and I type in grandparent t-shirts, and we do this on Google Shopping, all right, there's a gazillion different designs we can use as inspiration. All right, so for this one, that says Paw Paw with the American flag, we could have it say anything. We could have it say grandma. We could have it say uncle. We could have it say aunt. One of the designs that I did with aunts and uncles was similar to this. I'm the crazy uncle everyone warned you about. It said exactly that. Then I did I'm the crazy aunt everyone talked to you about. Then I did I'm the crazy dad everyone told you about. I'm the crazy grandpa that everyone told you about. And I kept expanding it, just kept selling and selling and selling and selling. All right, so this is just a great example here of something that you can do to really start expanding over. Look, 5 things you should know about my uncle. All right, well, what about 5 things you should know about my aunt, my dad, my mom, my whatever, my cousin? So, like, you could see in a niche like this, you could do some really fun stuff, and it's very easy to expand things over, right? So, okay, that's one way to do it, right? A lot of you are asking me, like, what niches do I market to? I would say go after these big, broad niches. Same thing with pets. Dog mom t-shirt, okay? So this t-shirt here. All I need is coffee and my dog. It's too people-y outside. Okay. This becomes a t-shirt, it becomes a tote bag, it becomes a pillow, you know, I don't know if this one would work on yoga pants, but there's a gazillion different products that you could take the same image, same saying on and put it on products. And then you could expand it to my cat, right? And you could expand it to other animals because there are other animals that people have other than just cats and dogs. So this is what I would suggest. And I really do think that niche and product expansion is key to the longevity and sustainability of an e-commerce store. And the thing is it requires zero effort really, because you're just taking what already works on a t-shirt or one product and you're moving it over to another product. Does that make sense? Just say yes in the chat if that makes sense. I'm gonna see if I can just, I'm not logged into my store because I've restarted my computer. Let me see if I could pull this up. One moment. Let's see if I could pull up Pillow Profits. One second, y'all. Okay, cool. I got it pulled up. So let me show you how this is applicable. All right. Fridge door cover handles, printed chimes, shoes, vertical acrylic signs. You've got custom shaped doormats. You've got metal signs, car seat embroidery, round coasters, baseball caps. These are the shoes that I sold, the high tops. You've got bathroom sets, heart coasters. I mean, if it works on one, it'll work on a lot of other products. So you take the same image and you apply it to all of these products. And now what you're doing is you're expanding, you're scaling, and you're creating a really sustainable product line that you can sell. And look at all of the different options that they have available, to backpacks, to slides, to jackets, to dresses, to umbrellas, to area rugs, to purses, to recliner slip covers. This is really, really cool stuff. Y'all with me on this? Yes? Okay. Now, if you find on the flip side, if you find a product that works, like let's say these high top embroidery shoes, or this classic cap that has an embroidery on it, all right? You find a product that works. You can also expand to different niches. Like I said, you could do micro niches. For example, if you're in the family niche, you go to grandparents, parents, cousins, uncles, sisters, yada, yada, yada. If you are in the pet niche, you go from dogs to cats to whatever, you know, what do they call those little things? Like little dragons they're like lizards, but they call them dragons. I don't know. But heck, my sister's boyfriend has a spider monkey. I know it sounds crazy, but she has a spider monkey. So people have weird animals, all right? And they're great niche markets to tap into because they're so unique. When they see a product that speaks to that passion, they're very likely to impulsively purchase it. But how do you find niches and determine if they have audiences that are worthwhile? All right, so if you go to Wikipedia and you type in list of hobbies, all right, so just list of hobbies, then Wikipedia is going to bring back a massive list of hobbies, aka passions. So we've got, you know, live streaming, which is huge right now. So there's a lot of different cool things you could do with live streaming in regards to print on demand, or you could find products that are conducive to the efficiency of live streaming, like different webcam holders, different microphone holders like this one that swivels, so on and so forth. But if we come in makeup, massaging, like I actually was in the massage niche for quite a while, the masseuse niche, and I was marketing different t-shirts and things to masseuses, and they were just eating it up. Beer tasting is a hobby. You've got minimalism, model building, bullet journaling, origami. All right, so origami, which I believe is where, yeah, you're doing the interesting little art with, is the Japanese art of paper folding. All right, let's just say you want to do something interesting in the niche of origami. What I would do if I want to really figure out, okay, is there a lot of potential in such a random niche to choose? All right. Well, first off, we can always come over here to Google Trends and type in origami. All right. And it's interesting because that's in the past day, but I like to do like at least 90 days. It's very interesting because, you know, we always said we want to market stuff that is over the threshold in Google Trends of 50. And I just randomly chose that. All right. And this is always above the threshold of 50, at least for the past 90 days. Now, if I go to the past 12 months, then we're going to see that there are random times where it spikes. I don't know why in December, February, and May origami spiked, but I'm sure there's a reason behind it. But it's always over 50. Okay, so now let's jump over here to TikTok. All right, and let's type in origami. Okay, and let's just kind of see what's going on with origami on TikTok. So I'm going to search the niche on TikTok, and there are videos with 3.9 million views, 7.2 million views, 836,000 views. Y'all, people are interested in origami. Like, I mean, look, 3.5, 21 million views on how to use this paper to make an origami rose. All right, so this is a niche that people are passionate about. It's a niche that people are intrigued with. There are creators on the TikTok platform raking in millions upon millions of views. This one, 13 million views on making a paper box. Okay, so now the next thing we could do is pop over here to Google Shopping, and we would just say origami shirt. Okay. All right. This is a shirt that says, I don't always do origami. Wait, yes, I do. And then there are t-shirts with these interesting, um, like origami. This looks like a unicorn on it. You've got, let's look here. I might look bored. I might look bored to you, but in my mind, I'm doing origami. Now, y'all, this is one of those designs I was talking about earlier that's applicable to different niches. I might look bored to you, but in my mind, I'm driving my Harley. I might look bored to you, but in my mind, I'm chilling with my dog. I might look bored to you, but in my mind, I'm doing beer tasting. And you come over to this list on Wikipedia, and I might look bored to you, but in my mind, I'm pen spinning, I'm playing card games, I'm car spotting, I'm coffee roasting, I'm whatever. Look, there's a gazillion. I mean, just scale, 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 expand, expand, expand. And not every one is going to be a hitter. I might be bored in my mind, but I might look bored to you, but in my mind, I'm doing judo, I'm doing jujitsu, I'm playing laser tag, I'm doing magic, I'm axe throwing. Like there's all sorts of things, and people will buy this stuff. Okay. So that being said, this huge, huge list here is really, really cool. But the other thing that we want to do, because look, what we've done is we found on Google Trends, it's always over the 50 threshold. We found on TikTok that there are videos and creators raking in millions of views that are obsessed with origami. We've also found out on Google Shopping that people are actually making money selling origami shirts, okay? Which means we could sell them on a gazillion other different types of products, not just t-shirts. You don't have to just do t-shirts, okay? So now what we want to do is we want to come over here to Facebook, and we want to hit create a new ad. Doesn't even matter what kind of ad it is, but we're just looking for audiences. I'm gonna come over here, just trying to get through all the junk. I don't care about any of this. I want to get to audiences. Okay, cool. And really what we want to do is we want to see if there are any audiences that, because my view is view is messed up, it's not showing all the options. I like to go, stop. I like to go with Facebook ads. I like to add in Australia. Come on. There we go. I like to add in United Kingdom. I like to add in Canada. And New Zealand is not, it actually converts for me typically lower than these. So, but New Zealand also is one that we'll expand to. All right, then we go over here to our detailed targeting, and we're going to type in origami. And we can see that with origami here, if we just type in origami, we're going to hit 329 million people. Nah, something's off with that. Ah, there we go. There we go. I said, no, that's not right. It can't be. But make sure you turn off the advantage detailed targeting, reach people beyond your detailed targeting. Because really what we're trying to do is see, okay, what's the audience pool that we can tap into with origami? We got 4.5 to 5.3 million people from 18 to 65, both men and women, all genders, and these in United States, Australia, United Kingdom, and Canada, and we can add in New Zealand, but it's not going to add a lot to our list here. That takes us up to, it doesn't even add anything at all. So we got millions of potential people that we can advertise to. Now you might be saying, Adrian, that isn't like massive. It's not 20 million, it's not 30 million people, but a great buyer pool of 4 to 5 million potential people interested in a very unique niche that always has over a 50 score on Google Trends, is raking in millions upon millions of views with creators that do the whatever the niche is on TikTok. And Google Shopping has a lot of different products in the niche for sale too, all tell me that, hey, this is a great niche that I can dive into. And if I find a design that works, all I have to do, honestly, is instead of having an origami unicorn, I could do an origami heart, an origami, whatever, different images an origami a designer could make or an AI could make, and I can expand everything, everything I'm selling. I can expand the one winning thing to pillows, to tote bags, to yoga pants, to shoes, to whatever, different products. So I always want to go look, and if it's a random niche like this in Facebook, just to see like what is my potential pool of people that I can advertise to, and then look for any suggestions. So you got paper crafts, handcrafts, do it yourself, scrapbooking. It's going to automatically start giving me some other things, but none of them are like origami specific, right? So that's just one example, all right, of something I randomly chose, never researched before. I literally just chose that here live while streaming this. So I had no idea what would pull up. Sudoku, here's another one. All right, Google trend it. This one's over a 75. I just would not have guessed that, but it's over a 75 score. All right, let's check it out on TikTok. 2.2 million views on a Sudoku tip, 61,000 views, 21,000, 767,000. All right, less happening on TikTok. 1.9 million. Still, there's things happening on TikTok. Not to mention, I would guess the demographic for Sudoku might be a little bit older, and TikTok has, predominantly younger user base, but it doesn't mean because you're young you don't like Sudoku. Also, we look at accounts, and we can see if there are any big accounts about the niche. Okay, but all right, so Sudoku, not a massive hitter, even though it's trending very nicely on Google. We can also come over here and look at what our buyer pool is. Sudoku. It's actually bigger, 6 million people. All right, so remember, it's not just about TikTok. It's about what do all three things, trends, Facebook audiences, TikTok, what do they all three show? And are any of them big? If any of them are big, that means there could potentially be some legs. All right, so we would just go down the list, and this is how we kind of choose niches. And then once we choose a niche, we find designs or we find products. It doesn't have to be print on demand. It could be different dropship products and gadgets and whatnot. And then we start putting together a plan of expansion. Once we find a hitter, the first thing we think about is what's next. We don't think about, oh my God, we're making money. Let's sit back and relax. Life is great. I'm going to go have expensive dinners and buy a bunch of crap that I don't need. I'm thinking about what's the next thing? What's the next move that we're expanding to? And let's go ahead and have that ready. Let's get that started. Let's get that launched. How do we optimize this with upsells, email marketing, all of these different things? But as you could see, doing the research on if a niche is good is quite simple. Go to Wikipedia, hit Google Trends, hit TikTok and see if their videos getting a lot of views, and then hit Facebook and just see what size audiences you have to advertise to, and then pop over here to Google Shopping and type in product X, shirt, hoodie, whatever. Eat, sleep, Sudoku, repeat, Sudoku dad. I mean, look, there's so many different things on here that you could do. Eat, sleep, Sudoku, repeat. That's a simple design anybody can use because it's just words. I'm addicted, and it's a Sudoku board. All right, I'm Sudoku addict, and Sudoku with ladybugs on here, which means you could do Sudoku with ladybugs, maybe Sudoku with like, I don't know, coffee mugs. I don't know. There's a zillion things you could do here, but it's all right here. This is the beautiful thing about e-commerce, and why I believe it's easier now to win than it ever was when I first started. And it's simply because the answers are so easily accessible. You have all of these tools available. You have all of these social media outlets available that were not as accessible in regards to researching niches and ads and views when I first started. So go to Wikipedia, type in list of hobbies, do what I just did, and you're going to find some really hot niches with big audiences that you could advertise to. And then remember, start thinking about expansion for different products, not just niche expansion, but product expansion. But remember this, if it is, if Sudoku pops off and you do well marketing Sudoku, exchange it with chess, exchange it with checkers, exchange it with crossword puzzles. There's a gazillion different games that people play that are really, really popular that you could literally change the word on your eat, sleep, scramble, repeat, eat, sleep, crossword, repeat. I mean, there's a gazillion ways. You could take a winning design and just plug one different word in there and you have niche expansion, or you can product expand. All right, so very high level way of doing e-commerce here, but my goal isn't to show you how to get sales and then lose sales. It's to get sales and create like a plan for longevity and sustainability so you can run a real business. Now, that's enough of this. I want to talk about our winners to beta test our social, excuse me, Signal Boost software, which is completely free to you right now. The Signal Boost software is epic, and we chose 10 winners and then one honorary winner, which I'm going to announce here in just a second, okay? So I'm going to pull up the list of names. I put them in a special list in Entreport because we're going to be emailing you. You're not getting access tonight, but you will get access this week. I just know that you've been chosen. You are among the chosen, all right? So the winners that came back are Diane Barton, Melvin Eason, Dawn Pill, JC Lynn, Stephanie D. Leroy. Our honorary giveaway is to Kathy Richardson. I went in and chose her specifically myself because she does all sorts of great free work contributing to our Profit Power Hour group, our Ecom Mastery group. She never asks for anything. She doesn't get paid anything. She just contributes and moderates. So obviously I want to take care of her whenever I can. So Kathy, that's for you. Much love to you. Thank you for everything that you do. Christina Poot, Randy Kasberg, I recognize a lot of these names. Jim Buckley, Randy Bowers, and Judy Strapp. So that's 11 people, 10 random winners that were just randomly chosen. And then I went in and I wanted to give this to Kathy because I know she's going to buy it when I release it. And I don't want her to do that. I want to be able to give her things for, all the hard work she does. And she helps so many people in our group and answers questions, keeps it clean from spam, yada, yada. So thank you. All right. So if you're in this list, then you are selected as a beta tester. If you do not want to beta test the software and you're not willing to use it and give us feedback, let us know and I'll have the software randomly select an additional person. We will be giving out a couple more beta slots in the future, and then eventually we will release it at a massive discount, and then we will public release it at the retail price. That could be a month, 2 months from now, I don't know. We're going to see how the beta testers fare. And right now we're doing an update to it. So I'm sure that Tisha is going to want me to wait until this update's done over the next day or two so you can get in and really get your hands dirty. There are no tutorials. It's just dive in, okay? Dive in and give me your feedback. I want to get Loom videos or whatever, support tickets. We'll give you access to an email address and just get your feedback, all right? So that is it for tonight. Congrats to our winners. I want to say thank you to everyone that joined our webinar tonight. Everybody that is new to the webinar, I want to say thanks for popping in. I hope you learned a lot tonight about niche and product expansion and how you can take something that's winning and fizzling, reinvigorate it by expanding to different products or expanding to different niches with one easy plug and play tactic that I use. That is it. Whew. I love you all. I wish you a ton of success. Be here next week, same place, same time, right here on the Profit Power Hour for more completely free training. And let's crush it. Good night, y'all.